We've all marveled at those incredible physiques in professional wrestling, bulging muscles, superhero-like strength, and chiseled frames that look sculpted from stone. But let's be real. Not all of those bodies came from just training hard or good genetics. Behind the scenes, some wrestlers have taken more than just vitamins. But what happens when they stop? You're about to see some shocking transformations. Chyna explores 10 wrestlers who seemingly lost their physiques after going off the juice. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our daily wrestling content. Number 7. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, the name itself is synonymous with pro wrestling. He told fans for years that his larger-than-life physique came from hard work, prayers, and vitamins. But let's be honest, the injectable vitamins jokes weren't far off the mark. For years, rumors swirled about Hogan's steroid use, especially during the 1980s and early 1990s when WWF was under scrutiny. Remember his appearance on the Arsenio Hall show? Hogan adamantly denied being a steroid abuser, claiming he'd only used them once. However, when he took a hiatus and returned to WWF in 1993, fans couldn't ignore his noticeably smaller frame. The transformation was startling. Gone were the mega muscles, replaced by a leaner Hulkster. Years later, Hogan admitted he had used steroids at various points. This revelation left many fans questioning just how many of their favorite stars had taken similar shortcuts during wrestling's golden era. It also raised the issue of whether these substances should be forgiven as part of wrestling history or condemned. Number 6. The Ultimate Warrior. If there was one wrestler whose physique screamed superhuman, it was the Ultimate Warrior. Known for his intense energy and larger-than-life body, Warrior became a symbol of raw power. But his return at WrestleMania 8 in 1992 told a different story. Fans were baffled. Warrior looked leaner, less massive, and even sported a different hairstyle. The bizarre theory that this was a different person portraying the Ultimate Warrior gained traction. But the real explanation? Likely tied to the growing steroid scandal of the early 90s. Around this time, Dr. George Zahorian, a physician for WWF superstars, faced legal trouble for illegally distributing steroids. Warrior didn't shy away from the topic. In a 2007 interview with Sean Hannity, he defended steroid use, dismissing roid rage as a myth. His stance? Personal freedom should allow athletes to decide. This controversial viewpoint sparked debates that continue today. Should PEDs be banned outright, or do they have a place in high-performance sports? Number 5. Ahmed Johnson. Ahmed Johnson was a powerhouse, the first African-American intercontinental champion with a physique that looked straight out of a comic book. Vince McMahon reportedly saw Johnson as a potential WWF champion, but something changed. Johnson's once massive frame began to deflate. Fans noticed, and they weren't shy about pointing it out. What happened? Some speculate that Johnson may have stopped using PEDs, leading to noticeable muscle loss. Over time, he struggled with weight gain, and in later years, fans barely recognized him. It's a stark reminder of how fleeting that superhero look can be without artificial assistance. Number 4. Triple H. Triple H, the Game, the cerebral assassin, has always been known for his impressive physique. His 2002 return from a quad injury had fans in awe. He looked bigger and more shredded than ever. Rumors swirled that he'd used steroids to aid his recovery. Was this true? Triple H has never admitted it, but many in the wrestling community remain skeptical. Ryback on his podcast didn't mince words. Without steroids, Triple H wouldn't exist in pro wrestling. It's a bold claim, but one that raises questions about how wrestlers maintain such superhero-like bodies. Over the years, fans noticed fluctuations in Triple H's size, especially when he started a family with Stephanie McMahon. Did he step away from PEDs for health reasons? This brings us to a bigger question. Can wrestling's top stars maintain their physiques naturally, or is the pressure too much? Number 3. Chris Masters. Chris Masters was WWE's masterpiece, a modern-day Lex Luger with a bodybuilder's frame. His Master Lock challenge became a fan favorite. But in 2006, Masters took time off for rehab. When he returned, fans were shocked he looked noticeably smaller. WWE tried to spin it as a leaner, meaner version of Masters, but fans weren't convinced. Triple H even took a jab at him during a backstage segment with DX, highlighting the industry's unspoken pressure to stay superhuman. Masters eventually regained some muscle, raising eyebrows about whether artificial help was involved. His journey highlights the intense scrutiny wrestlers face when their bodies change. Number 2. Chyna. Chyna wasn't just a trailblazer. She was a revolutionary force in professional wrestling. Dubbed the ninth wonder of the world, her powerful, muscular frame allowed her to compete with male wrestlers, breaking barriers in an era when women's roles in wrestling were often limited to eye candy. But her transformation sparked intense debate. How did she achieve such an extraordinary physique? Many speculated that steroids played a significant role, and some of her contemporaries echoed these claims. Dr. Gabe Merkin, a renowned physician, explained that steroids affect women differently than men. While men develop exaggerated masculine characteristics, women can experience an even more dramatic transformation. In Chyna's case, her rapid muscle growth and deepening voice fueled rumors of PED use. This wasn't just idle speculation years later. Her autopsy revealed nephrosclerosis, a kidney condition often linked to long-term steroid use. But there's more to Chyna's story. Her career in the WWE was cut short, and she faced personal struggles post-wrestling, including battles with addiction. Number 1. Lex Luger. Lex Luger, known as the Total Package, had one of the most iconic physiques in wrestling history. His body was a walking advertisement for strength and power. Fans remember his stints in WCW and WWF, where he held multiple championships and was even seen as a potential successor to Hulk Hogan. But behind the scenes, Luger was candid about his use of steroids. In his memoir, Wrestling with the Devil, he detailed how he believed the benefits of PEDs outweighed the risks. His honesty was rare in an industry that often shrouds these practices in secrecy. Luger didn't just rely on anabolic steroids. He also used human growth hormone HGH, which he claimed was even more effective for maintaining his physique. But the toll these substances took on his body became tragically evident. In 2007, Luger suffered a nerve impingement in his neck, which led to temporary paralysis. He also experienced a spinal stroke, leaving him in a quadriplegic state. For years, he couldn't move his arms or legs. Fans who once idolized his total package physique were shocked to see him confined to a wheelchair. Luger's transformation was more than physical. It was a sobering lesson about the long-term consequences of steroid abuse. By 2010, Luger had made some recovery, even regaining the ability to walk short distances. In interviews, he's spoken openly about his past mistakes, warning younger wrestlers about the dangers of PEDs. His story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of the perfect body can come at an unimaginable cost. So, was it worth it? Luger's journey forces fans and wrestlers alike to confront the harsh realities of an industry that demands physical perfection, but often leaves its stars to pay the price alone. These transformations reveal the hidden cost of wrestling's superhuman physiques. What do you think? Should PED use be more strictly monitored, or is it just part of the industry's reality? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more wrestling content. See you next time.